Hello there, this is Denzian, and today I'm looking at this. This is another one of my Fallout table builds, following on from my last few videos, which have been exploring nukaworld. And on this occasion, we're going into those strange areas in between the park zones, which are sort of parking lot areas and bus stops and little depots for tourists to pick up and transfer to other parts of the park. This was put together using some of the STL prints from Modiphius for the bus stop locations and some of the vehicles as well, which are quite funky. Again, I've used my old Citadel terrain boards for this, which I did mould some road sections on, some model those on, for sort of post-apocalyptic games in general. So I've just populated it with a few of the printed and painted files, which I did have a few issues with. So if you want to do this yourself, a few things to look out for. I've just got a few items of scatter from the settlement sort of STLs. The park map, of course, got to have the park map. It's very simple to just print that off and stick it onto your model of the map board, as long as you've got the correct signage, of course, for the different zone that you're doing. And then we've got the bus stops. So this is the larger ones. They're quite flimsy on the legs, you have to glue them onto the legs. I've put the park seats underneath there, a bin, Nuka-Cola machine obviously, and they're quite easy to paint up because everything's rusty and horrible, isn't it? And they go on these stands, which I haven't glued on them onto, because those stands are quite useful for other things, I find, and you don't need to glue them onto the base. Neither have I glued the seats either, so they can move around. Smaller one is over here, similar thing, again painted up to be all rusty. And if you're not a great painter, which I'm not, that's fine, isn't it? So as rusty, as horrible as possible. The other things on here are the lampposts, which do bend because they're resin, as you can see there, so you might need to straighten those out. But mainly it's vehicles for this, and the star of this is the buses. Now again, issues with printing these off. They are large things, and you've got two different versions of the bus. You've got a destroyed version and a complete version. So the destroyed version over here, you can see a disciple there hanging out the back, destroyed back. I painted this in Nuka-Cola colours because it belongs to the park. And then this one I did in the Boston colours, as you see in Fallout 4, as if it's just come from the big city and is dropping everybody off. Now the main issues I had with printing these is they're quite large prints, and as you can see they come in two sections. Even the destroyed one is in two sections. Now you can pin them together. I haven't bothered just yet, I may do in the future, because there is a section here that is missing, which sort of links the two together. And if I move my disciple out of the way, oops, there we go, and this lamppost, you can see here the issues I had with the print. So not come out particularly well. If I take the roof off, I thought I won't glue the roofs on because I want access to the interior. We can put that back on there. As you can see, that hasn't printed very well either. So that's why I haven't sort of fixed the two sections together. But despite that, it looks okay. As I say, I'm not that precious when things are meant to be blown up and 200 years old. So if it's a bit of a failure with the print, I don't really mind quite so much. If you want to be a bit more pristine than me, then obviously you might want to try again. But because it takes so long to print these things, when they go wrong, it's like, oh God, do I really want to spend another few hours doing it all over again? There's the interior. You do have to put the seats in yourself. Pop that back on. But they do look good. They're great big sort of train blocking things, aren't they? They're huge things. And they're such iconic vehicles. So they had to be done, really. Along with some of the smaller vehicles. There's the Volt Tech van, looking quite funky. That was a really nice one. I'm going to print this again and paint it up to be pristine because it'll just look nice on the shelf. Because it does come with wheels and everything that aren't flat, so you can paint that up because you've got the Voltec logo on the side there. A few other vehicles like the little run around there. The Fusion Flea, I think that's not the Fusion Flea, is it? It's this one here that's the Fusion Flea. These tiny little vehicles that you get scattered around, including the trucks there, and the station wagon, and so on. They've got the Lone Wanderer motorbike just propped up there against the crate. Why not? And as you can see here, I've got the truck on the go. Not completed it yet. Again, a big lumpy piece, and you can do the roof on or off and have the back open or not. So you can go right back there, because that's where you put all your loot, isn't it, for you to get later on. I'm not sure what colour to paint that up in, so if anyone's got a good idea, let me know. I was looking at the New Vegas game and how the trucks look in that, because they're different shades than you get in Fallout 4. But I still need to print off a few items for this, so that's why it's not complete yet. It's not glued together. But again, when you look at the size of it compared to the table, it should take up a fair bit of room. But I do love it. It's a lovely bit of kit. And all the vehicles are lovely. Which is why I thought it was a shame they didn't really go down the route with the vehicles in a TV show. They just use 50s cars, don't they? But the iconic vehicles in the games are so nice. It really adds that sort of futuristic retroness to the whole thing. So a shame. But you doing a parking lot is a good idea for showing these things off. So this is another 3x2 foot table for Fallout Factions for this game here. Very simple one to put together. Obviously you can move these around, so you put the vehicles where you like and move the bus stops around and the buses. And an easy zone of the park to put together, really. Bit more open space, isn't it? So the vehicles are all cover, really. So just a little video. Show that off. Let me know what you think about the truck, what colour I should paint that up in. Maybe I'll show that off in the future if I've done it. And if you've had problems with STL files as well, you know, how best to do them, let me know, because I always struggle, because I'm not exactly great at this sort of thing. But even though you're not great, you can still put together a quite nice little table. And there it is. So thanks for watching. See you again.